And welcome everyone to another Monday night here at Proficiency Bonus, where for the first time in God knows how long the DM didn't leave himself muted when we started. Gotta be some sort of a record, so if you're in the area, buy a lottery ticket. As you can notice, our layout has been changed up a little bit as we are
It looks awesome!
trying some new things here. Unfortunately, my green screen isn't quite lit well enough, so I don't have that aspect fixed up as of yet, but we're working on the tech, so wouldn't be a proficiency bonus if everything had worked perfectly the first time I wanted it to. A couple of quick shoutouts before we jump headfirst into last time. First thing, Quen is running a little, Lynn's running a little behind, so Quen will be on RP Lite for a little while until Quen arrives. And shoutouts to Team MZ for their great support for small streamers like us, many-sided dice, and their wonderful Lost Artifacts of Greygast. Quite a few of our players have some items of theirs floating around. Some of our former players had some of their items too that didn't work out so well for us, unfortunately, but all in the game. So, before we pick up where we left off last time, quick recap for you is our party had tried to make their way in as quietly as possible into the Fane of the Night Serpent, hoping to deal with Raz Nasai, claim their missing cube, and get out with as little collateral damage as possible. As they did a pretty good job of dealing with the Slave Master and his few guards, as well as a massive giant constrictor snake that they did not expect to see. They actually made it out of there, moved slowly back to the watery path that they had elected to take, only to find a Hydra guiding the waterway. As they proceed to flee the Hydra, a quick fireball thrown backwards at the Hydra and a door. Proceeded to do quite a bit of damage to the Hydra, but also blow the door off the hinges. And proceeded to leave Solaren standing there, sort of slack-jawed, as a group of Yuan-Ti saw him, panicked, and ran the other direction. Our party didn't pay any mind to it and slowly continued on dealing with the Hydra. Eventually, all of them being transformed into giant apes except for Devaney, who is at the moment trying to get Quen and then giant ape Quen out of the Fane somehow. As that didn't work out too well, they're now all dealing with this battle, and as the battle's raging on, these giant apes are just pounding on things. Devaney's getting swarmed by these Yuan-Ti. All of a sudden in the distance, they start hearing of the heavy ringing of a gong. And slowly, Devaney, being the only one really in her right mind at the moment and not just smash, starts to think, you know, that sounds a little like an alarm. Does everybody know we're here now? Oh, and it looks like Quen has just made it in with us.
Gwen.
Sorry I'm so late. I just flew in from Albuquerque. Boy, are my legs tired.
Your leg?
Yeah, I have wings on my legs.
Oh.
So as we pick up here, we're actually stepping back from the party a little bit as we find ourselves in another part of the Fane with another, I suppose we'll say, another friend or enemy or something. As we find ourselves in the Fane, and actually, I just realized because I'm streaming, I have to pull up my remote control because I can't get to that screen to deactivate something. We find ourselves in what looks to be a jail cell. Bars across the doors in front of you. And so let's see, where is my, I'm gonna find my little thing here. Click this and let's hope I measured correctly. Hot damn, I did it. So, as you see, as all of a sudden, another face appears. As Paddle, you find yourself waking to the sound of a heavy gong being rung. The room that you're in seems to be, foul smelling. Bars that should be all the way down are partially open, strangely enough. You can hear footsteps rushing away from you and heading down the long corridor in front. Now, have you found your token on the map?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So do me a favor, to start out, I need you to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Oh, great.
Because we are going to find out we're right at the top of the order. We're going to see what happens here as...
Woo!
Hot damn!
Big little stalker.
Okay. It is quite literally as... Oh. I should have said that. Give me a second. I'm going to click on your token and... Oh. Wow. That works just as well.
Oh.
So, either way, you're still at the top, so I'm not even going to bother updating it. Okay. So, Paddle, that brings us to you as right now you're in this sort of holding cell, and as you're looking, you can see sitting just outside the door to the north all of your possessions.
All right, beautiful. That's good. That's right where I wanted them, of course. You said that the bars were slightly open?
Yep.
Are they open enough for me to squeeze under?
Oh, actually, yes, let me see. Did I forgot to take the... Yes, so, yeah, you should be able to sort of see through it. Let me just get rid of
Yes.
that sort of broken image there. Okay, yeah, so it's open enough that someone of your size could easily sneak out.
Okay. Alright, well, this is probably gonna be the best chance that I have right now. Excuse me, thank you. Gonna kinda sneak out, exactly. See something in front of me.
Yep, so as
I
you're
have-
entering in, and actually I forgot because getting everything else set up, forgot to move a couple of people around here
No, that's
as the alarm had been going off. So as you enter into this room that you're in, you can see there's an altar standing in front of you, and it's just covered in old blood. Smells rank in here. You're pretty sure you've walked into some sort of sacrificial area.
Oh no. That's not good.
You get the strong sense that had whatever is going on not happened, you would have been next.
alright, lucky for me then,
Yeah,
I
damn.
guess. Oh, it smells beautiful. What are in these barrels, I suppose?
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Alright, let's see.
Okay, well, let us see. As you start looking through the barrels, you're finding mostly old rags, dried up, like cloths with dried blood on it, burlap sacks. Nothing that seems to be of any use.
Alright, fashion accessory sounds good.
And then as you're getting into that room, that'll bring us over to Roz, who nobody knows where he went. That brings us over to Devanay, who is unaware of any of the going on further in, but
My companions are all apes. I have lots of people to kill. It's a great day. So the people in front of me, or snake people in front of me, I think they would understand me?
I'll say go ahead and
Or-
make an intelligence check.
Do they only speak that weird language I've been overhearing?
You're not really sure. You've only heard the ones that look like this with the snake heads talking in this weird dialect, so you're not 100% if they'd understand you or not. I mean, you can certainly try.
Of course I can try.
You can also see they are looking a little rough as they have taken a couple of shots.
Yeah. I am going to attempt to take one of them down. The
Okay.
one to... Did they both look about similar as... or roughness?
Actually, give me a quick second. Sarah, I'm sorry to throw this at you on stream. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Send Tuala a text. Tell him we're currently streaming.
Well, they're-
Uh-oh.
I don't know if he's trying something different. He said he's, viewers. He said he was going to test it, run a test. I just don't know if he's planning on testing via this, so sorry to break immersion for a moment. Want to make sure we don't get, randomly chopped here. Oh, welcome to Probo, folks. Buck stops
We're all
here.
gonna die and nobody's gonna see.
Okay, so go ahead and, you said you're trying to take one down, so go ahead
Oh
and
no,
Yeah.
twitch.tv/tabletop legend.
Oh, okay. Coming beginning of April.
Yes.
These guys around me look about equal for how they're doing.
it's sort of hard to tell. And they've got a little bit of blood coming down, but
I don't remember which one was the one I stabbed before, so I'm just gonna hit the one to the north of me.
okay.
And that hits. Roll some damage.
Don't mind the DM when your child comes into the office and steals all of your writing implements.
He's done that before. I like that. It's good.
Let's see. Anyways, I can define my Yanti here. Okay. And that does hit, so roll some damage.
We need to get your magic.
I got magic, I'm just not
Okay,
using it.
That'll hit as well.
No magic sword.
She's got an adamantine sword, which
That's
functions like a magic one in terms of resistances, just no added damage.
I suppose that one hits as
Wow.
well.
Yep.
You go.
Yeah, but my damage isn't that great.
It's still doing a decent chunk to it. So we are going to. Okay.
Who does that song? 18.
Okay.
Is that Alice Cooper? I think I don't.
Okay, so this thing is definitely starting to show signs of wear. You can start to see blood pouring out of it. It's definitely just hacking into it. Not that the apes are overly noticing at the moment, but
Well, I'm gonna, and while I'm slashing and hacking, I'm gonna yell over around the corner, "Get in here!" And I can't move anywhere, or I'm not gonna try anyway, so.
oh, okay. That'll bring us over to the two of them.
Ooh.
And two of them are going to start hacking away. Actually, how big is that giant ape, Solana?
It is a huge creature? Large creature? Hold on, let me see.
Is it large or huge?
Why didn't I write this down?
Okay, well, you're checking that. Well, the first one to
Give me
your
1 second.
west is going to take 2 shots at you. That is 16 to hit.
Huge.
Okay. And an 8 to hit. So I don't think either of those are going to hit you, Devonay. And huge is a...
Let me write that
Yeah,
down.
so it's a 3x3, so yeah, you're not in range. So the other one is taking 2 shots at you as well. Here's the giant ape standing behind it dealing with Sekalok is not within range. And that's a 24 to hit
That will hit.
and a 22.
Ooh.
That will also hit.
That is 13 points of slashing damage. Is the first one you're managing to fend off with your, just knocking the blades aside with your sword. And while you're just a little distracted doing with that, the other manages to come in and slash at you twice. And that'll bring us to the Great Green Ape.
Alright, I'm gonna go against Skeletor.
Okay, so go ahead and make some rolls. That'll hit.
Because I see him doing stuff.
He is still on his feet at the
How is
moment.
he still on his feet? I already hit him. Alright, I'm gonna hit him again.
Yeah, he's a little beefy. That'll definitely hit as well.
I think I can roll higher. Why am I not rolling higher? I rolled a 1.
Well, it doesn't really matter, as that's actually enough to finally put him down. So Devonay, as you're dealing with this and these things are attacking you, all of a sudden you just watch just this cloud of red mist from the north.
Fun, man. I'm not getting splattered.
The champion has finally fallen.
I think I'm gonna move over here. So I can at least see the hallway? Can I see down the hallway at all? I can't fit down the hallway, but I can see it. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna move here and be done. Okay.
Okay. And that'll bring us to Great Ape Solaren.
Okay, so Quen and we're still having our shoving match as two giant apes from last time. So I am going to try and shove Quen to the side and move in front. So I can get past.
Okay, you putting up
Got
a
a-
fight, Quen, or just letting the rude ape through?
Oh, I'm real nice, and I let him through.
Okay, so Solaren manages to make his way in.
Okay, so I am going to target the King Cobra here with an attack.
Okay, the one in the north?
Yeah, the one directly in front of me.
Okay, just go ahead and make your rolls. If you don't have the sheet pulled up, you can just roll a d20
Yeah,
plus
it
9.
was just.
Yep.
It was just
Okay.
me.
So the first one is going to miss, unfortunately.
Is it technically flanked with Devaney?
No,
No.
he's coming from the side. Devaney's below.
Oh, the side. Okay. I'm not sure.
That one, on the other hand, will hit. Go ahead and roll some damage. And that is just barely enough as you manage to crush him down into the ground. Not quite as epic as Solana's turning it into mist, but there is now a very well-flattened body in front of Devaney. Devaney, you can hear this sickening crunch as he just crushes the bones down.
Oh, thank goodness. Got him right there for a second.
Anything else you're doing?
No, that's it.
Okay, so that'll bring us over to Quen.
Oh, okay. So I want to try and grab the last snake dude in there and punch him twice, really hard.
Okay. So once again, a little more jostling with you and Solaren as you're both trying to fit in this small 10-foot area.
God damn it, move!
Go ahead and make your attacks. Okay, so the first one will hit. Second one, unfortunately, will not. So go ahead and roll some damage.
Yes.
He is definitely looking in rough shape, but he is still on his feet at the moment.
Ah. Fine.
That will bring us to these guys who are all currently dead in here. That brings us back to the top of the order to Paddle, who is currently. Let me. Come on, roll 20. Okay. Who is currently up over here? I'm just trying to get it so our viewers can see. There we go. Okay. So, Paddle, as you start coming down this hallway, and again, you sort of saw in the distance a bunch of people starting to run south. You've got a door just about 10 feet in front of you on the right. And then...
No. Sorry, did you say that I got my, equipment back or no?
Yeah, your equipment was just sitting right outside the door.
Alright.
So easy enough for you as you're sort of calling out just to grab everything, throw it back on your back, and...
Alright, wonderful. I guess I'm going to move up to the door and see if I can listen in and hear anything behind it.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Interesting, having a new character.
Okay. Yes, you can hear at least a few voices behind the door.
Do I know what they're saying or no?
Yeah, as you're listening in, you can hear a somewhat feminine voice say, "Well, it appears the fools have triggered the alarm, but as long as we don't get involved yet, it should all blow over. We'll just remain here and let them do what they need to."
Alright. Coward sounds good. I'll keep moving then.
So as you continue moving down the hallway towards the large room at the end, you see immediately as you enter the room on the right-hand side, there is the passageway opens up and is a wide, massive corridor. Just to the north of you, to your right-hand side, there are massive bronze gate doors, closed and barred. Coiled serpents decorating the metal. As you're looking at just about, well, a little above head height for you, you can see that there are 4 holes that are about an inch wide.
Cool. Alright, I guess I'm going to use. Are there just bars? Are there anything beyond them, or?
No, they're bronze doors
Oh,
that have
okay.
serpents coiled around bars decoratively on it.
Okay.
But they do seem to be large brass doors that are closed.
Okay. There's like no markings nearby. Like
As you're looking at them, nothing that you're seeing that jumps out. Like, what specifically are you looking for?
something pertaining to like those holes in the that you were talking about.
Nope, nothing you can see. They're just, as you sort of look at them from a distance, they're just look to be about an inch wide, and as you peer, it's just black inside it.
Beautiful. All right, that doesn't look good. He's gonna kind of duck and move over here. Let's see. Don't see much from that direction.
Yeah, so as you're ducking and sort of move around, you can hear noise from the south. Sounds like something big.
Something big, alright.
But from where you're currently ducked into, you're not hearing anything.
Not a fan. Alright. Gonna try and stealth a little bit closer then.
Oh, okay, so go ahead and make a stealth check for me. You still got, where you're not in combat, you still probably got about another 20 or, yeah, give or take about another 20 feet. And go ahead and make your stealth check. Alrighty then.
Here we go, guys.
Invisible. As you make your way a little further south and start to creep forward, again, as you're looking in, you can see this snake motif is running rampant, as there are 4 pillars in the room carved with snakes coiling up.
I sure do.
In the middle of the large room, there is a massive 18-foot tall sculpture of a cobra. Torches flickering with this green, eerie light in different corners of the room. The room absolutely reeks of dung.
Right.
As you're starting to inch forward and look around, immediately to your right, just inside the room, there is a massive triceratops currently penned in a metal cage.
Cool. Alright, cool. Sounds good.
As you were looking at that, we are going to jump back over to Devon A.
Okay.
Devon A is busy hacking at this other Cobra guy.
We're jumping on opposite sides of the map here. Let me jump back over here so we're just going to follow along. Okay, go ahead and You said you were still hacking away, so go ahead and
Yep.
hack away for us.
I take it at 20
Okay,
hits.
that'll definitely hit. Okay, it hurts, but he is still on his feet. That'll hit as well. Okay, it is still hanging on, but just barely.
Oh no.
It'll actually hit.
Whoa, okay.
Huh.
I'll take it.
Okay, and that is enough as you manage to carve in again. 1, 2, 3. And thanks to Great Ape Quen's assistance, you managed to take this one down. Anything else you're doing?
I am going to. That little white thing is just a light or something, or a torch.
Right above Solana's token?
Right below it, on the south wall.
Oh, yes. So yeah,
Okay,
you're
I'm
seeing
going-
the same thing that, unbeknownst to you, Paddle's seeing. These torches with the sort of sickly green glowing light.
Okay.
And there's a
I'm
strange
just-
alcove just to the south as well with a sort of snake emblem printed on it.
Right. Just gonna move to the other corner for now. And that's all I can do.
That'll bring us over to the essence. So the ones near you guys are currently dealt with. I gotta jump over here a little ways now. As we have come on. Sorry, Twitch. Roll 20 is a little slow with all this stuff going on the map here. And of course it goes from... There we go. Okay. So these guys are going to burn their movement. Okay, and that will bring us to Great Ape Solana.
Is there any way? Oops. Yeah. Is there any way I can squeeze down this hallway next to me, or is that too small?
You can, we'll say you can, but it's going to be difficult terrain, so you're
Okay.
only going to get half distance.
Okay. So that would be.
Because it's literally, you are cramming you are cramming 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag.
Okay, I'll just end my turn here. Is that okay?
Okay.
20. I think it's a 20 foot. Okay. 40 feet, so that would be 20 from there. Okay.
Okay. So as you are getting there, now that I've got those couple of tokens moved up, as you're starting to shove your way through, all of a sudden, the doors at the end of the hallway swing open.
Oh!
And you can see
Is that a fountain of blood?
another snake-headed individual staring at you with a very sort of confused look on his face as this massive gorilla is basically almost commando crawling through this 10-foot by 12-foot tall hallway.
Yes. I'm also confused.
And that will bring us over to Solaren.
So the tempers have kind of subsided over here between the two apes, and Solaren, he can't really see what's happening around this corner, so I'm just gonna walk past Quen and out into this main chamber here.
Yeah, so and just use your own token. We'll leave the giant
Yeah.
tape over there. It's just for
Okay.
scale for you guys. So
Yeah.
as you sort of walk in, you can see Devonay, a couple of gash marks in the corner, And as you look down the hallway, you can see a very crammed giant ape trying to force its way down the hallway in front of you. And then you also see all the other stuff in the room, the couple of pillars, the glowing lights, the little small alcove in the southern wall.
So seeing that great ape Solana is headed down that corridor, Solaren he'll just kind of peek around this pillar here and look into that alcove in the south part of the room, and yeah, that'll be it.
Now, so as you look at it, it's got a pretty snake drawn on it.
So pretty.
And that'll bring us to Quen.
So quick question, do I have to stay an ape?
Until Solana drops concentration, yeah.
I say to Solana, in ape, I assume that we can communicate to each other because we're both apes. That I would like to not be an ape anymore, even though I've had a lot of fun. This really makes up for when I wasn't able to punch that dinosaur. I would like to not be an ape anymore, please.
Okay, we'll have to wait and see what, Are you staying right there at the moment, or are you gonna move into the room as well as,
I would like to move into the room, because what I want to do is I want to search for whatever, Sekalok was looking for in these corners.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's easy enough for you to go in and sort of squeak by Solaren, as he said, the sort of pushing fight's been over. So it's easy enough for you to move up north.
Okay.
If you want to, go ahead and make a perception or an investigation check as the giant ape at the moment.
As a giant ape?
Yeah, you're still an ape until we find out what Solana does on her next turn.
I thought dropping concentration's a free action.
Right, but at this point she's down a hallway and she can't react. It's not you dropping the action, it's something she has to do.
Oh. Alright. Either investigation or what?
Or perception, whichever you prefer.
Let's do perception.
Oh, okay. So, as you're looking at the wall, and you can see where Sekalok had sort of, what's left of him had been sort of banging on the wall. And you do see that there's a small, it seems like it's not really hollow, but it seems like it's built with purpose. Hard to say what for, is the ape really doesn't have the mental capacity for it, but looking at it and just sort of going like, it doesn't sound like a rock wall. It sounds like
Rock?
it sounds weird.
No,
Right.
rock.
It's like how, like, in Zelda, if you tap the wall, you hear like that chink sound.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
somebody's like, huh. It's not right, but I don't know why.
Okay. Alright. Alright, cool. Thank you.
Okay, and that'll bring us over to these guys who are all in the same boat here. But now the door is open.
Indeed.
So let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20. So these guys can only... Come on. Love me, roll 20. I know I have 8 bazillion tokens on the map. These guys are dashing in.
They might lose concentration really quick. If they decide to.
No, because they actually can... Let me pull up these guys. I don't know if... You guys splattered the other ones so quickly, I can't even remember if these guys have ranged weapons on them. No, they don't. So, that is as far as they can get at the moment. That brings us back over to Paddle. Currently peeking around a corner, looking at a caged Triceratops and hearing just a massive flood of feet from the next room to the east running away.
Triceratops. Animal
Alright.
friendship, that's what it sounds like.
What does the Triceratops look like? Is he doing alright? Are they doing alright?
It seems docile. It seems like almost like its spirit's been broken a little bit.
Aw.
It looks like you can see that there's a thick collar around its neck. It looks almost like a yoke that would be on an ox. And as you're looking around the room and you can see there are a couple of carts in the room, it looks like they use this thing to haul wagons.
And they broke its spirit. I
Alright.
am not having any mercy on anyone.
You ain't here, Druid.
I'm
Is
writing
it
it down
like,
anyway.
is it looking at me, or is it just kind of?
I'll phrase it, sort of casually. You walk in feeling invisible, and as you turn to look at this thing, it just sort of turns its head and looks you and meets eye to eye. Doesn't seem overly interested one way or the other.
Okay. I'm probably just gonna keep moving forward, I guess.
Animal friendship.
Okay.
Tell Solano
So
about it.
as you're moving deeper into the room, you can see there seems to be a group of individuals running off to in the room to the east of you. And
Okay.
go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh.
Really? Oh my gosh. That
Yeah,
was
you
bad.
Really don't see much, actually. You're sort of looking around. You can see the people running away, but you're really nothing beyond that.
Ay, ay, ay. Cool. Does anything look weird about these green lights, I guess?
But other than they're green, not really. They look like you've seen basically magic fire before.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So it looks like this is just in whatever reasoning they've chosen that they want these lights to be green.
Okay. What kind of cage is holding the Triceratops? Like, is it bars or what?
Let's see here. Yeah, so it's just it's literally just a metal pen. So they're basically picture a fence you'd see around a cow pasture. There's a gate on the eastern side of it. Single
Okay.
pin to lift up and open the gate.
Okay. I'm gonna chuck some rations at it.
Oh, okay. So as you toss a couple of rations over to it, sort of sniffs it a little bit and starts to very sort of slowly just sort of pick at it. Doesn't seem like it's starving and ravenous for it, but it's just sort of, it's here.
But they broke its spirit, Matthew.
Alright, well, that's something. Okay. I'm just gonna keep kind of sidling around this statue, I guess.
Okay. So as you keep moving around that way, that'll bring us back over to Devon A, who is now basically surrounded by giant apes once more.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay. Think I would have maybe heard something or felt a breeze from the door, so I'm gonna peek around the corner. I don't know if I'll even be able to see beyond the
I'll say-
Solana stuffed in the corridor.
Yeah, I'll say go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage, because this is a massive ape that's shoved into this tube.
Oh.
So it's, you think you heard something, but it's, as you're looking in, you really can't see anything but giant ape rear end. Anything else you'd be doing?
I can make it over to the wall that that dude, Skeletor, was looking at, and seeing Quinn's interest in it. I'm gonna go take a look.
Oh, okay.
And I would also like to use a Solana poultice, as I'm not doing well on health.
Okay, now just to make sure, Solana, you still have the mystery one, right? Or did you give the mystery away to somebody?
What mystery
I
one?
still have my
I have an
original
organic-
Solana poultice. That
Oh
I
yeah, I've
never
got an organic potion of
From the first-
something, and I've
Okay,
got an
that-
organic health potion.
Yeah, so the organic potion is something. That's the mystery one. Y'all don't know what it does yet.
But
So,
mine is still the original, very lumpy oatmeal-y.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
One.
Yeah.
go ahead.
I
That's
know what it does. It's
2d4
just
plus
not too
4.
pleasant to do it.
It's like what happens when I try to make oatmeal.
Nice.
Whoa! I needed that, but yeah.
Nice.
Wow, that is a roll and a half. That is some high quality organic health right there.
Apparently it gets better if you let it sit.
Little harder to go down as you're chewing it a little more, but definitely does the job.
Yeah.
And I would like to, pound on this door like Skeletor was.
Oh,
See what
okay,
I
so
can
as you
do.
start banging on the wall, go ahead and make an investigation check for me. Okay, so as you start banging on it, you and Quen, you being there as the giant ape, you get this same sort of feeling. The air starts to get cold. Is slowly pushing its way through the wall. Come on.
That's never a good beginning to anything. Slowly pushing its way through the walls.
You watch as this sickly apparition starts to appear, just forcing its way through the stone wall.
Alrighty then.
And as you watch beside it, another one slowly starts to force its way through and appear. No, don't tell me more about a mouse gesture that just made my entire screen go blank.
They look like ooze.
I think you probably already have it, but I was going to say take a DM's inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, forgive me, Twitch. Roll 20. Okay, literally, my map is just doing this right now. 20.
Aww.
I really don't like how they look. They look
Like
Yeah.
ooze. Yes.
like not good things.
Yeah, you can definitely feel. It almost feels like the air is being pulled out of the room, and you're
Ooh,
right around there.
creepy.
And
Well, shouldn't have done that. Now people have things to fight. Woohoo!
hooray, we were bored for a second.
Just one second. Yeah.
Let's go make sure that Skeletor actually got what he wanted. Okay,
Maybe
and that
we should have
will
left it alone. Ah, wow.
that work. Holy wow. Yes, that does.
Yes, it
So that puts them back at top, so we're just going to leave them where they are, and I'll adjust them when I get closer to that end. That'll bring us over to the auntie that is currently outside the door, looking at this very sort of cramped, stuffed-in ape in a tube. And it is going to take a couple of shots with its longbow.
Okay.
You know, if I can stop my map from jumping all over the place. so 2 shots coming at Solana. First one is an 18.
That'll hit.
Okay, so it has 8 points of piercing and 3 poison damage. Do me a favor, go ahead and make a Constitution save.
Right.
Gotta beat a 10.
Hopefully.
And
Oh.
Quen, as you are looking at this and staring down at this creature that just came through the wall, all of a sudden you feel your body shrink rapidly. And you are now yourself once more.
Yeah.
With these 2 rather disconcerting spectral creatures in front of you. And we have a second attack coming at Solana,
I might be down. That will
and
not
that is a
hit.
6.
Oh, thank God.
And that will bring us to Solana.
I'm gonna run away and then heal myself.
Huh.
How far away can I get? I can get like here. Okay, I'm gonna go jog next to Solaren.
So as you come sort of limping back in and look, immediately you notice the difference in the temperature of the room. And
Oh,
you
great.
can feel those creatures looking out at the room of you.
Oh, I don't like this either. There are a bunch of guys in there and a blood sacrifice machine, I think. I'm not really sure. Point is, I have to heal myself. So I'm gonna
Yes, Cognition, bravely run away, Sir Robin.
yeah, the Robin ran away, bravely ran away. Alright, I'm gonna use my organic health poultice too.
Okay.
2d4.
2d4 plus 4.
Not as good, but I'll take it.
Oh, every little bit helps. Okay, and that will bring us over to Solaren.
Alright, so Solaren, he senses the chill that is going throughout the room, but he saw Solana come barreling back through the corridor. So he's gonna step, like it's gonna be a shield Solana from the side, but I will target the Yuan T down the corridor with a rock.
No,
You
you're
are not an ape anymore.
Oh, we're not an ape anymore.
No, she lost concentration. Sorry, I
Oh,
mentioned it to Quen.
okay,
Quen was
okay.
the one
Yeah.
so
Everyone's
as
not an
Solana
ape.
comes charging back
That's
in,
right. Okay.
you're at the same point, feeling your body just sort of shrivel and shrink back up into your
Sorry
humanoid
about
form.
that.
All right. So what do I want to do now? So in that case, I will. How far is the Yuan T on the northern wall?
So
Where I am
40
right
feet
now?
from you.
40
You
feet?
can
Okay.
take the fourth. If
Oh, wait.
you see the little pointer thing on the left side of your screen,
Oh
the
yeah,
fourth
drag it.
one down is a ruler. So
Okay.
you can measure stuff.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, but the squares are 5 foot each, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So in that case, yeah, I'll just target the one on the north wall with Eldritch Blast.
Okay, go ahead and start firing. And that'll hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Oh.
Okay. And you get a
Alright.
second beam if I'm right.
Yes, I'll target the same one.
Okay. That'll hit as well.
Yay.
Ooh, not
Nice.
bad.
Alright.
As you watch as this thing, these 2 blasts slam into it, you can see it's got a little bit of blood starting to pour out of its mouth. Looks like you did a decent chunk of damage to it.
Yeah, and that's it.
Okay, so that'll bring us over to Quen, who is, after calling out to Solana, has shrunk back down to his normal size, and then watches these 2 creatures come out of the walls as you hear the rapid running footsteps of Solana fleeing back down into the room with you.
Okay, yeah, so I don't like these things. I think they're ugly and they smell bad. So I'm gonna green flame blade
Nice.
the one closest to Devaney.
Oh,
Devaney. Yes, that's me.
Devaney! You!
okay, so that'll definitely hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
There we go. And then I'm gonna knife it with bookmark.
No, you're not, as it's already dead.
Oh, alright. Hot. Love that. Best day ever. And I'm gonna knife its friend with bookmark then.
Okay, so that'll hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Nice.
Okay. This one, let's out but it is still on its feet, or
Dang.
lack thereof. But it definitely looks like you made good contact with it.
Yeah, y'all, I can't wait till I can multi-class rogue. Ugh. Sneak attack, here I come! Okay.
I need that concentration thing. Nice.
Okay, so that'll bring us to this group of individuals who are making their way down the hall.
Lot of things.
Let's see.
Oh, Laren's gonna get it.
Okay, so it cannot get all the way and attack, so it's going to stop there. Next one's coming in. Solaran, all of a sudden, behind these two charging creatures, you watch as there is something else coming down the hallway after them.
It's another Yanti.
No, it's not a
Oh, God.
Yanti.
That is ugly.
These are rather repulsive little creatures. Let me see if I can load this up a little for our viewers at home.
Alright, we're gonna die. I need like to be a cleric next life. Ooh, those are gross. Those are awesomely gross.
Really bad lizards.
Yeah.
As you can see,
They're
it's
kinda
scaly. It's
cute.
got small spines growing off the head and glowing green eyes.
Are they evil? Can I tame one?
Solana, you already have a pet.
You can probably tame one by feeding it meat.
No!
Okay, and that will bring us. Oh, wait, I forgot you two. You guys are pulling up the rear.
We're just gonna die before we reach the tomb, guys.
Okay, so as these guys have all charged in, that brings us back over to Paddle. Who is back way over here on the west side.
East
boy.
Bank and West Bank.
Cool.
And is currently in a very dung-scented room, hearing
Smells like
a
fat.
large. Again, you can hear a lot of racket moving away from you in the room to your east.
Okay. Cool. Alright. That's the wrong selector thing. Let's do that. Alright. Gonna move. Nope. Gonna move over here. I can see down here because of my ridiculous vision.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you get 120.
So as you're staring down the hall, you can see that the hallway continues straight down until it's sort of a rounded end. And again, as you're looking, you can see these pillars are... Each pillar just has this long sort of snake motif climbing up it. There does seem to be an open door on the right-hand side as you're looking down the hallway, and you do see a little bit of light and some shadows from that room.
Ooh.
From down the hallway, I'll go
Yep, down the
and
hallway
kinda-
and on. So from player view, it's on the left, but from your character, it would be on the right-hand side.
Okay.
It's over right. Of course you're not gonna think. There we go. Right there.
I guess I'm gonna settle up on beside it and kind of just like see if I can listen in and hear anything.
Oh, okay. So as you're sort of leaning up and listening in, you don't really hear any voices. You hear a strange sort of almost clacking or clicking sound, as if something clicking off stone.
Giant spider. Better not be a giant spider.
I don't like that. That sounds fun. Probably not, rolling dice or anything. That I'll avoid that. You. Go down here to this, I guess, passageway?
Oh, okay. As you look down, it's slight downward ramp and down to another lit hallway.
Okay. That's going to light up everything. I can't see anything. Can I can I check for traps?
Sure, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Let's see what happens. Gonna work? Oh, kinda.
Nice.
That doesn't seem like there are any traps.
Aye. Alright. Assuming I can go down here.
Oh,
I can
okay.
see something there.
So as you start moving down there, we're gonna jump back over to our main group as you get down there to find out what happens to Pebble in just a couple of moments. As first, we come back up to our little friend up here. Jump and I don't think you go that far. Oh, that works. Okay. Once we get to our back over to our little undead friend here, who is currently dealing with both Devaney and Quen.
Devaney summoned them, but she hasn't had a chance to hit them yet.
So now that's come on, roll 20. There we go. Okay. So this creature, seeing as Quen has just heckin' stabbed it with bookmark, is going to reach out and try to slash at Quen with its claws. That is a 17 to hit. Okay, so Quen, you take 9 slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution save for me.
No, if it's a creature other than elf or undead.
Oh, other than... Oh, thank you, I did not read the elf part. Bloody elves. Too many elves in this campaign.
So many elves.
That'll bring us over to Devaney.
Alright, Devaney is going to run south-ish.
Okay.
Up beside Solana. And look like, oh no, we've got company.
Yeah, as you turn and look,
And-
you've got the ghoul to the north that just took a swipe at Quen, and then as you turn your head, you can see more of these more
Yuan-ti.
animalistic Yuan-ti coming down, as well as these two strange four-legged creatures.
Daphne, think one of those would be good as a pet.
Solana, what about Neek?
I love Neek.
Well, it looks like one of those would eat Neek for breakfast.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Sorry, roll 20 is being slow. Devanate is gonna dig out her wall of ice. And, because it goes in 10-foot slabs, is going to... I don't know if I can draw with my computer here.
Probably not your computer. It might be just be roll 20. It's running a little slow.
Well, because I have a trackpad, not a
Oh,
mouse.
okay.
So, like, one there to hit that guy.
I wanted to lead a bunch of these, but I don't know which ones I rolled the initiative on. I don't want to lose their spots. Okay, so you're putting one right there. Okay.
Yeah, like that, because they have to be connected. So, if I can. Just one high.
Okay. So go ahead and make your roll for me. Is that, or do me a favor, like, click on the spell for me? Okay,
Yep.
so let's see.
Nice.
Okay, if the wall cuts into space. So yeah, you'll be able to hit a couple of these with it. So 10-foot sections, right?
10-foot sections.
Okay. So I don't even need to have you roll because that is
Yeah.
that. Come on. Okay, see. Let's be. Okay, yeah, so it would really only cut through going through the 10-foot sections. That's the only one it would really cut through. Because each one it's going to be in between them.
Right.
So yeah, you take
So-
out one of them. Well,
But they can't
you
get
see,
to us
you
immediately
see one
anymore.
disappear as the wall just comes through, and you end up with a little bit of a hand and an arm sticking out of the wall towards you, and that is all you can see.
That's all I need to see. I pretty much used up my movement, so yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, so that brings us over to this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
No, stop counting.
Well, no, I gotta. So there'd be one other that. So we'll say you have one other length that draw. Okay, you're not gonna draw for me. Fine, be that way. So there's one other. It sticks a little ways out into your room because there's 10 panels. In order to keep.
Yeah, I
it.
think I only used 9, so.
Right. So
wherever
you've
you
just
wanna
got one
put it.
other. You've got about 5 feet sticking out into the room with you.
Okay.
Only because you wouldn't be able to get it out the door to an area you can't see. Okay, so that brings us to him. And he is literally just going to start off. Let me see what that other one can do real quick in just a second here. Okay, so he really can't do anything, so that's going to bring us over to Solana.
I was gonna run out of the room over here, and I still have LOS on the Ood, so I'm going to do a longbow attack at it. A bow and staring at me.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and make your roll.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll definitely hit, so go ahead and roll some damage. And are you yelling your command word?
Yeah, sorry, I meant to say that. Yeah, kumbaya.
Okay. That definitely hits, and then it has to make a strength save. Strength save. Come on, roll 20. Okay, it is good and tangled.
Okay, good. And that's my turn.
Okay,
Just stay there.
and that'll bring us to Solaren, who, Solaren, it's getting a little chilly in here.
Yeah. So I
It's
see.
fine.
So I see the wall of ice in front of me, and I feel I'm at least a little bit safe from that direction for the time being. So I'm gonna go around this pillar here, and I'm gonna target the ghoul at the end of this room with Chill Touch.
Alrighty then, go ahead and give us a roll. And that'll hit. Go ahead and roll some damage. Right, and as you
Nice.
watch as his hand reaches up and grabs into it, and you watch as it just pulls it down as it disappears.
Disappears good. Disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes, that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Nobody bang on that wall. Bad.
That'll bring us to Gwen.
Oh gosh. Okay. I'm gonna try and see if I can open up that secret door and what's in there.
Good idea.
Oh, okay, so banging on the wall again, or?
I'm gonna try and open it because I saw a thing in it, right?
Well, when you were the ape and you smacked on it, you heard something funny. When
Oh.
Devonay came over and reached in and started playing with it, two creatures came out of it.
Okay. I'm gonna try again. I don't know.
Don't bang on it.
Go ahead and make an investigation check. Actually, you know what, let's make this a perception check. Okay. So, as you're sort of looking around next to where Devonay had been banging on the wall, you actually find a little catch. And as you reach up and hit it, immediately behind you, the stone wall slides to the side.
Nice.
And sitting in the back of the room, one hand on top of the pommel of a sword, tip pushed into the ground, you see a heavily bandaged
Oh.
Yanti.
Oh no.
Lower body of a snake. Upper body appears to be humanoid, but it is wrapped in bandages.
It's a mummy Lord Yanti.
just sitting there amongst a pile of pillows, looking out at you.
Quen laughs. And he points and he says, "Found you!"
Indeed.
And that'll bring us over to the Yanti, who are currently in a bit of a rough go. Let me see. A second, I gotta check on one of them here.
I thought Quen would be like, I want to play in your pillow fort.
I want that too, though. Like,
Okay. So as you guys are dealing with this, and Quen is up there, all of a sudden,
I don't like those words.
Yeah.
you start to hear
Oh.
clawing at the ice wall.
Oh.
We should just stay put.
Let's see here, I'm just gonna look at the ice wall. It is AC 12 and 30 hit points, okay. Okay, AC 12, 30. So, okay. 2 of those are gonna hit. That is.
Should start making snow cones with all those
So-
shavings.
And you can hear just constantly scraping on the back of it. Then, okay, take a look. What can those guys do to get through? Okay. Come on. Do apologize for all trans. Just taking a brief moment to pull up my sheet, as our viewers at home can tell.
It happens.
There we go. Okay. So these two are going to do this. So first one misses, second one misses. Okay. He's back there, so he's going to. Okay, so that'll hit. That'll hit. That'll hit. Ooh, okay, so that section's not looking too good. Alrighty then. So that'll end their go, and that'll bring us back over to Paddle on the west-hand side. So Paddle, as you've come down this hallway and down this ramp, as you mentioned, you can see a path opening up on your right. As you start to look down into that hallway, you see what opens up to be apparently a storage room. You see crates, boxes. It looks like it's been rummaged through pretty well. And you can see a massive green snake body. It doesn't appear to be moving at the moment. There's just coils laid over in different positions within the middle of the room.
Well, that sounds relatively safe.
Then as you look in front of you, you can see a closed door in front of you, and then also a cross path hallway going north and south.
Okay, I'm gonna head down into the storage room.
Oh,
Come
okay.
take a look. So that snake is.
That snake is currently deceased.
That guy is. Yeah. Oh, I like snakes. All right. I'm gonna
You're in
go.
the wrong place for that.
What is this? Is this door open? Is this door closed? Or
Yep. So as you come down to the other end, you can see that that doorway is closed as well. Is open. And you can see in there appears to be signs of a rather vicious battle. There are pickaxes all over the floor. There's a couple of dead half human, half snake creatures. Looks like
Cool.
a young dead human.
Oh. All right. Well. Oops. And you said that the barrels and everything have kind of been rummaged through already?
Yeah.
Alright. Since his doorway is open, I can kind of see something through it? Someone?
Oh no, anything in there is either bodies or they're not there.
Okay, okay.
Now, are you referring to the
Alright.
commoners?
I don't know. They're in white.
Yep, yeah, those are, for player knowledge, that was slave labor that managed to escape or attempt to
oof.
murder Solana.
Okay. Oh, unfortunate. Alright.
But yeah, they're all out of there. It's just Roll20 was acting up last week when I was trying to get them off, so
No,
it's
it's
all
alright.
in there.
Cool. Alright, well. Seem to have missed the party in here. That sounds good. Just gonna step over. Excuse me. Oh, well. This seems fun. I'm stuck in here. Go over the other way. Oh, Jesus. Alright. It's dark down here.
So as you're sort of meandering through those back corridors, as you start to go out, you can hear the very soft sounds of water. As the room seems to be opening up a little more, and you can see as you're sort of meandering around, it looks to be a large underground stream. A couple of canoes tied up to a point on it. A small pathway leads to the north, and as you're listening, you can hear the sounds of numerous voices coming from somewhere to the south.
Okay.
To the
I can't
south.
really tell anything else about the voices except from just they sound like
They're,
panicked or
They sound a little panicked. They're speaking, it sounds like a sort of mashup of Draconic and Common. So every once in a while you'll hear like half a phrase you recognize from Common, but it's shoved together with something else that doesn't seem to make sense.
okay. Cool.
And you can hear the voices starting to get a little closer.
Oh, not cool, huh?
And as we get you there, we're gonna flash forward back up top. And now that, oh, I have the wrong token on, well, I don't know which token for Raz he was originally, but hey. So we are gonna flash up to Raz Nasai. Way up in, oop, not that far north. That's a serpent. As, Quen has apparently found the hidden doorway. Raz looks down, leaning on this sword, two hands on the pommel, looking down. What cause did I give you? Why have you invaded my home? Tell me before you die. And with that, we come to Devonay.
Does Stephanie hear anything or know what's inside there?
You probably don't know what's in there, just given you don't have a clear line of sight on him, and Quen sort of jumped in. You heard Quen say found you, so you've probably got a decent idea of what's going on, but you don't have line of sight on him. So, but you are hearing something saying, what cause have I given you to attack me?
Okay.
Tell me before you die.
Well, Debonair is just going to rush in there if she can squeeze past Quen.
I mean, it's a little tight. I mean, you can try. I don't know if Quen's going to try to keep you out of there.
Go.
Quen looks like Quen's going to give you a boost.
Pushed me in. And seeing him on his pillars, I'm gonna point at him and, you took our cube!
That seems like a really sad reason to invade someone, actually.
You get a completely blank stare.
Yeah.
And he says, "What? I have taken nothing of yours."
A cube.
Well, granted, it's not ours, but we've come for it.
I have taken nothing of yours. I do not leave here.
Oh, snap. Did anyone inside check, the chick?
Debonair will, sort of stop up short. We were told you had the last cube to get into the Tomb of the Nine Gods.
Why would I go there?
Then
Maybe we were
thought
just
of-
preventing others from getting in. But we're here, and we want it.
Okay. See what happens.
Oh dear.
Also, I would like to try to turn him into ice.
Oh,
Huh.
there went diplomacy.
I mean,
I
he just
kinda
also
wanna
threatened
know-
us with dying, so
Yeah.
That's true, but I kind of want to know now why he doesn't have the cube. Or know about
So
it.
you're trying to what now?
flush to ice. It's flush to stone, but
Oh,
ice
okay.
instead. It's a
So-
Constitution saving.
So,
Okay, so hold on. Let me take a look at something here because I cannot remember. Do you have the spell by chance pulled on your sheet?
Should.
If I click on the spell here. I'm just looking at something real quick. Okay.
I'd like to try, even if it doesn't.
Okay, so it is considered cast a spell. So as you start to do this, you watch as his eyes go wide. He is going to attempt to counterspell whatever it is you are doing. So let me see here. What is his? Okay. Plus. So
Oh, wow.
as you reach forward, and you can feel the chill on your hand as you start to cast the spell through the ring, you watch as, with just a word, the effect falls, and Roz is looking at you. It appears the conversation is over.
Mm-mm.
Never really started.
most unfortunate. And I would like to know where this stone is, but that's okay. Whatever.
I was totally gonna counterspell this counterspell. Be all blue mage about it.
Wall of Ice is a fairly high level spell, so.
Well, I mean, is that a thing? Like, if you cast counterspell to counterspell a counterspell, does it have to be at the same level too?
I don't know.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'm not sure. We'll have to look at that. We'll have to look at that next time. I have no idea. And actually, where we are now, because we're running a little late for break, what we'll do is we'll pause here, as this is probably as good a spot as we're going to get for a little while to, given everything going on, to take our break. So we're going to take probably 3-5 minutes, get drinks, whatever we may need. We'll be back shortly to find out, what is going on. Why does Sai seem so confused? Did our party not bother to insight check a strange snake woman who told them to break into here, murder somebody who had the one thing that she knew they wanted? We'll find out soon. In the meantime,
God darn it!
we'll be back soon. Okay, welcome back, folks, as we are picking up right where we left off, with a slight catch that the DM missed at first, but realized just in time, as Devaney had attempted to cast Flesh to Ice, which, much like Wall of Ice, is a concentration spell. As she casts the spell, the walls separating you from the horde of creatures trying
Gosh
to
darn
make
it.
their way down. Oh, I don't delete any of them. All evaporate. And as this happens, our Dante friend still can't see anybody with a clear line of sight, so he's just going to hang back here, and that brings us to Solana. Solana, you can hear obvious conversation coming from the north of you. You've watched as Quen opened a secret door, Devaney went charging in, you can hear voices, but you've also just watched the massive wall of ice just literally dissolve to nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with that, aren't I?
And you can
Okay.
see coming down the hallway in the distance, all of these creatures.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna move back. So I moved like 5 feet. Can I pretend I didn't move 5? No, I have to. Okay, so let me move all the way, nope, here. And I will cast... Draw shape. I'm gonna draw a shape on this thing. Right. Yeah. Ooh, that's like a oblong. That's, oh well, that's good enough. I'm gonna cast Moonbeam at 3rd level.
Alrighty then. Roll me up some damage so I can see. What hour?
Wow, that was terrible. That was so terrible.
Okay, so this is
That was like the worst roll I could possibly make.
okay. First one fails. Second one fails.
Well, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8,
Okay.
7.
Second one going to. Come on. Okay, and then we have one more of our little friends here to make a roll. Come on, big numbers, big numbers. That's a 15, that's a save.
Boo.
Okay, so
Low numbers, low numbers.
half damage. Okay, anything else you're doing?
Nope, end turn.
Okay. So that'll bring us. Oh, and real quick, Quen, we did get. Well, I should say Michael jumped in to our Discord and mentioned real quick. So he rolled it the same way. I was thinking that when somebody casts counterspell at a higher level, the mage would have to try to match that counter level, the level of the spell, or if they couldn't match it, to roll for it. It wouldn't just be a straight, blue mage counter to counter. But that'll bring us up to Solaren. You can now sort of see this strange sort of light green glow coming from the hallway.
So, am I aware that the wall of ice is broken, or just?
Oh
has
yeah,
the
no,
glow?
it's
Okay.
it's just gone. It just sort
Okay.
of melted away to nothing. You can,
It's much warmer in the room now.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's wide open. You can hear the voices and the scrambling, and you can feel the sort of almost like nails on stone.
Okay. Yeah, so Solaren's gonna kind of go into self-preservation mode here. I'm gonna just retreat back behind this pillar, and if I use one of the organic poultices, is that my action?
Yeah, it's an action to drink one.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 4.
Alright.
Okay, so is you get 7 hit points back. Any bonus action or?
No, that's it. I'll stop there.
Okay. So Quen, you've heard the ice wall sort of dissolve and melt behind you, but you've also got Devaney and this individual in front of you having this rather terse conversation.
Come on, Devaney, let's go. Benthaza said that the cube was here, but this guy says it's not here. So I don't even know who to trust anymore. Him or that weird snake lady.
We gave him a good chance to work with us, and he said no. I'm fine if this guy dies.
That's a little evil. But,
I don't even want to be here. I just want to get the cube and go. That's it.
Okay. That will bring us over to this group of individuals who are now able to charge in.
If one starts its turn in the green light, it has to make another save.
Fair enough. Okay, do me a favor, go ahead and roll up some damage, and we'll have these guys make some saving throws. Yeah, I'm going to clean this up to just remember these guys go at the bottom of the initiative in case they disappear. Because... oh, yep, they went. Just trying to clean it up a little bit. Maybe it'll run a little better for us. Okay, so let's start with this guy.
How are you doing? How is before?
That's Constitution again. No, he fails. That is another 11 for him.
Oh. Okay, I'll keep him to the right.
And then... okay. These two are 1 and 2, and it fails both of them as well. Both of them take another 11. Okay. Okay, so this thing is going to burn its full movement to get right up inside the room. This one's going to do the same, but down this way. Okay, this one is actually not going to move because it can see the light in the middle of it and just watched it cook a few of its friends. And that will bring us back down south to Paddle. So Paddle, as you are making your way down and coming into this sort of open area with this water in these canoes, what's your plan?
Now, you said I could hear some voices coming from the south, like down that passageway, like where I came from, or...
No, so if you were to walk forward about 10 or 15 feet, Well, actually, no, sorry, probably about 20 or 25. If you go right up to where the water is, you'll see there's another path that leads to the south.
Ah, I see.
So it's
I
not
see, I
coming
see.
from back where you are, it's coming from like down. So now you can sort of see the opening,
Okay.
and you can start to hear voices. They sound like they're getting closer.
All right. I'm gonna check up north first.
Oh, okay. So as you're walking up, there's a door.
All right. So that one's closed. Can I hear anything from it?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Really?
Oh.
Wow. I'm really good at this, you guys.
You don't hear anything.
Jeez. All right. Sounds good. Is it locked?
You can make an whatchamacallit. If you want, you can just try opening it, or you can make a free investigation check if you want to.
Make an investigation check.
Oh, okay. It doesn't appear to be locked. Doesn't look like it's trapped.
Cool. I'm gonna open the heck out of it if I can.
Okay. Reach down as you grab the knob and turn and start to open the door. Get it about 50% of the way open,
Oh, that's not good.
and you see 5 different rotting corpses looking up towards the north, and a very human, looks almost human woman, about shoulder length, dark hair, but as you're looking at her shoulders on both sides are just covered in what looks to be snake skin. And as she looks so past the 3, and whom do we have here?
No one, just checking in. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry, yep, I just turned around the wrong way. Excuse me, your, Highness?
And he's gonna try to attempt to back away.
Okay. You've probably got about maybe 15, 20 feet of movement left, give or take.
Okay. Can I take the hide action or no?
Yeah, you'd have to move, like, you'd have to at least come, like, 10
Back
feet
out
back.
and then-
Yeah, you'd have to back out and go to one side or the other to try to hide.
Okay.
There's really nowhere to hide right in front of the, stand in front of the door. But, once you're coming back and take the side, go ahead and, make a stealth check for me.
Oh boy. Alright. Do. Stepped in it, you guys. Alright.
Okay. So, you hide as well as you can in around the corner from them. But we're just
You're
gonna
doing
have them,
great.
we'll have them run on the same initiative as the other guys up top. Okay, and that'll bring us back over to our friend Raz Nasai up north. Let's see. See, kids, this is why we say don't split the party even when the party doesn't know they're the party. Okay, so as Thomas has just seen you try to do that, he is not overly happy with you. So as he is going to make his way towards you. As he gets up, he's going to make 3 attacks against you, Debonair. The first, as he is inching ever closer, slithering towards you. You watch as he takes the longsword up in both hands, and as he draws back, you watch as the blade erupts in flame.
I mean, definitely think this is pretty cool.
As you're watching, all of a sudden his lower body, the tail, whips out and tries to constrict you.
Alright,
That is a
Devonay is going to,
19.
she sees him coming, she's going to use one of her very last spell slots almost to cast shield, just in case it, she needs
Okay.
it.
So
So that
as
will
you
not hit.
cast shield and as Rouse watches it. So you do have some skill of your own. And makes 2 attacks with his longsword.
He's pretty rusty.
So that is not going to do it. As both times you watch as, and you can feel the heat radiating off the blade, and it's a little uncomfortable even through your shield. Where cold doesn't seem to bother you at all. This is just an odd. You're not used to having fire this close up in front of you.
I'm usually throwing the fire far away from me.
And that will bring us to Devonay.
The Devonay definitely has a really large oh crap moment as she realizes that she can't concentrate on 2 spells at once, which she actually never has had to do before. And then quickly pulls up a shield to guard against Raz's side. And then tells, been thinking about the situation she's all of a sudden gotten herself into, and says, Fanthaza wants your position. She wants you dead.
But we don't support her. Or you.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I would like to use whatever inspiration I have.
Sure, fire away.
Yeah.
I didn't need it.
Awesome.
Wow. Okay, as you watch, you notice that he does seem to lower the sword a little bit as he's listening to you.
We start this fight, it's not going to end well.
Anything else you're doing?
No, I'm just gonna stand there and not attack him.
Okay. I'll bring us off to this individual who is blissfully unaware of what's going on. And he is going to take a pot shot at Solaren. He's one of the few he can see that's someone in range for him. Come on, little buddy. Okay, so you've got 2 longbow shots coming your way, Solaren. That is 1,
Ooh.
which is definitely
Yeah.
going to hit,
Yeah.
Ouch.
and 2. As the first one is 9 points of piercing and 10 poison damage, and the second is 4 piercing and 7 poison.
30, if I did that correct.
9 and 10, 19, and 11, yeah, 30.
Okay.
Are you down?
Ouch.
No, that didn't feel good, but I am still standing.
And Maddie, when you have a moment, can you try reconnecting your camera? I lost your video.
Okay, sure.
And that will end his turn and bring us over to Solana. Who, Solana, you just watched Solaren get wrecked with a couple of arrows.
Yeah, she can't really. She was pretty wrecked herself, but she's gonna move her moonbeam to these 2 guys.
Okay, how far can you move Moonbeam?
60 feet.
Oh, okay. And just to make sure, and you do remember that is an action to move it, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm not gonna heal myself, because I'm gonna...
Okay, so go ahead and roll me up some damage as these guys are making their saving throws.
Oh.
Okay, so first guy's gonna make it for once.
Ah, and that's an actually good roll.
And
Yeah.
second guy fails.
Yeah.
Okay. So first one.
I can't bonus action spell, can I?
If you have a bonus action spell, you can.
I'm gonna healing word Flaren at level 1.
Oh.
There you go, this
Nice.
points of heal.
So Slaren, you feel a smidgen bit better.
A
Yeah.
smidgen. That's all I can do.
Well, that's actually a pretty decent percentage of what I have left. So.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And that's my turn.
Okay, and that will bring us over to Solaren. Solaren, as you're standing there and you're looking at these creatures that have come charging in, the one on the the one to the south meets your eyes. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I'll use my nat 20.
Okay, so the nat 20 has been used, folks.
Unless you think you can beat it.
I don't want to risk it right now, so.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a good plan.
So as you meet its eyes, you start to feel this strange sensation start to creep up in your body, but you manage to just sort of push through it, and it's a very awkward feeling you got when that thing looked in your eyes.
As someone who spent an entire fight in stone from a Medusa, I understand your pain.
And that'll bring us to what you're doing, Solaren.
Okay.
You can hear a somewhat terse conversation coming from the north. Quen has his back to you, still focused up in the conversation. You've got one guy in front of you, these two other creatures.
So I would, if I try to retreat, I would open myself up to an attack of opportunity.
No, he's not within range to you.
He's not
yet.
within range? Okay. So I will first cast Blade Ward on myself. So I can find it.
Okay. And then where are you moving to?
So I'm just going to... I'm going to retreat to the other side of the shore here, next to Solana.
No! Don't give away my location!
Alright, I'll go on the other side of that little...
No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
She
No, that's
hasn't
good.
tried to hide. She
No,
just
no.
ran away, so she's just... You were the more convenient target, you were closer, she's just off in the distance.
Yes, and that's not... How deep is that water there?
You're still under the effect of water walk.
Oh, right,
So
right,
the
okay.
concentration spell lasts an hour, if I remember correctly.
Alright, yeah, so I will stop there.
Okay.
It's a ritual, not a concentration. So it should be okay.
So that'll bring us to Quen. So Quen, you can see these two talking, and you can hear all heck breaking loose behind you.
I'm so... Ooh, I don't know what to do. I'm so scared. Is Rosnasai, like, talking to Devaney, like, at all, or...
So they had talked for a couple of moments, and then Devaney started... you had called out Phantasa's name at first, and it didn't seem like he was really paying attention to it. He came up and got in Devaney's face, and she actually just stood there blocking his attacks and told him again that they were told to come after him by Phantasa. He seems to have lowered his sword a little bit. He still has both hands on it, but as before where he came in, you know, high at the shoulder, getting ready to bring it down, now he's sort of sitting there, almost like it's like he's weighing something in the back of his mind.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Quen, again, will say... I don't care what even is going on between you two, but look, she just wants you to die, and she sent us here to do whatever. But anyways, we just want the puzzle cube to get into the temple of the 9 gods. Or tomb, or whatever. So maybe if you give it to us, I think we'll go. And you can do what you want with Fenthaza.
And he sort of just cranes his head slightly over Devonay's shoulder to look at you. I do not have it.
Then we'll leave. But Fenthaza's a snake, so to speak.
You could insight check.
Literally.
You could insight check everyone from now on, because it's a show. On proficiency bonus.
I want to insight check to see if he has it.
Oh, okay, go ahead and make your check.
I believe everything he says.
He seems to be on the up and up.
Looks like a good guy. Okay, that's good.
That brings us to this whole group that is unfortunately been deleted off my initiative tracker, but
Starting their... Is one of them starting their thing in my movie?
yep.
Yay!
Go ahead and make your roll, because that's going to dictate.
Yes!
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so let's see here. Well, actually, it is going to matter. So we've got a roll.
Ah!
Okay. And let's jump up and check our other guy.
Yay!
Okay. He takes... No, wrong button. Go around. No, let's stick you over here. Okay, so... He takes half of that. This one, on the other hand, takes the full brunt. That is enough to get rid of him.
Yay!
Okay, so that being said, this guy is going to charge forward towards the group of you. Realize he actually can't get to you because you're standing out on the water, and is going to pick up a rock
Oh.
and just try to throw a small, softball-sized stone at Solana.
Oh, okay.
That is,
Hopefully bad dex.
an
Will
11
not
hit.
hit. No.
As the rock just managed to go and sinks into the water beside you. As these other two creatures, though, come charging forward, staring at the two of you.
Oh no.
We need to make ourselves some blindfolds, not just earplugs.
I know.
And this guy is going to move up as close as he can without getting into that moonbeam.
Uh-huh.
And then I have got to jump down south. Now we actually have some stuff going on down in Paddle's neck of the woods.
No, that's alright.
So
Don't worry about it.
is-
It's fine. Don't worry about
It's
it.
fine.
It's fine.
I don't know what their passive is, but we're gonna find out real quick.
Oh yeah!
Okay.
I can move.
So as these creatures all start pouring out of the room, they don't
Roll the
seem
new
to
character.
notice you.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness gracious.
As they are spending their action.
Oh no, everyone's camera froze on me. I think 20.
Yeah, you just disappeared. I don't have your camera anymore.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
gonna reload.
Let me see what hers is.
No!
It's actually just she. 10, 15, 20. She actually doesn't even have enough to get all the way out there.
Good!
And as you're watching these three zombies wander around looking somewhat confused, trying to find you. You can hear the young woman coming down the hallway. You hear her step through the door.
Their heels clacking.
And as you realize, it doesn't seem like she sees you. As you're turning, your breath caught in your throat, just waiting, saying ducked as far into that corner as you can. From the south, you see these humanoid reptiles start to crane, and one of them turns and looks at you.
Oh, I hate everything.
Goes, "Yeah, one of them."
No, who? We don't know.
And that ends their turn as they are just now getting to the entrance into this open area, and that brings us to you. As Paddle, you have these three creatures of the undead have missed you, but as you're turning them, oh my gosh, it's over. You open your eyes and you make contact with this creature in front of you.
Alright. Paddle's gonna make a toothy grin, and then I'm gonna try and use rope trick.
Okay. So, what is the casting time on rope trick?
One action.
Wow. I
Yeah.
thought that was a minute spell.
No.
Huh.
I'm gonna yeet myself out of here, dude.
That's why it's a trick.
Oh! Right.
Alrighty then. So as these creatures watch you, why don't you tell us what this looks like as Paddle is doing this?
He makes a kind of a toothy grin towards the one creature that's actually spotted him, I suppose. He just kind of carefully, quietly, because he can hear this chick like clacking her heels down the hallway. He like takes out the rope and he's just like, and he throws it up and then disappears. I guess.
Scurries up the rope and poof.
Climbing wildly.
Okay, easy enough to get into it. I'm assuming you're pulling the rope up after you.
Oh heck yeah!
Okay. So we have one
And in the
pair of
extra
people
dimensional space, he's just like,
there. Wow.
yeah.
And literally, that is there for an hour without
Hour.
concentration.
I wish that you could come over here and help us with rope trick. I could get the level for it.
Maybe that. Let's see here.
Oh my god.
Ah. Okay, yeah, so it's an invisible entrance, so they can't see you, but you can, if they're underneath you, you can see them.
Mm-hmm. I can't attack out of it, but I can just see out of it, and
Yeah.
they can't attack into it either.
So that. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I wish it worked for me like that.
Well then. So, Paddle has just yeeted himself
weird,
out
yeah.
of this existence.
Out of this plane, yeah.
That will bring us back up to Raz, Nasai, and Devaney. As he is
Just like
looking
chest.
at you, Devaney. Again, the sword lowered down a little ways. You claim Fenthasa has sent you to end me. Let us, perchance, end this conflict and have you prove it. As he gestures to his left, you see that similar alcove to the one in the room below. This one with a slight, the same image of a serpent carved on it, but this one you noticed is glowing a slight green color. Step into the alcove. It is a personal transporter of mine. I will send you to Fenthasa's room. Deal with her. See if she has what you seek. And then leave. That is your offer.
I could contact her and ask her to come here.
He just is gesturing over at the, what he claims is a teleport pad.
I would like to insight check him. Since that is what we're supposed to be doing now.
He seems to be being 100% upfront with you.
Whoa.
He really doesn't appear to know what you're talking about with this cube. And he's willing to send you to deal with the one who sent you after him.
I am going to look behind me at Quen, make sure he picks up everything that has been said, and then turn back to Rosnasai. If the person behind me wants to go through as well, wouldn't you let him?
If we are to make this accord, I suppose sending one of you against her would be foolish, as she would crush you like an ant.
Oh, good.
Let's put the party some work on. Yeah. So,
Does she have to die right now?
I see no other way for you to obtain what you need from her. Someone must die.
Well, we would happily go after her and kill her. Everybody, my party, if you would let us. I see no reason we have to kill more of your folk.
Then step in.
Alright, I'm gonna turn back around to Quen and say, you need to gather everybody, because I'm going through.
Okay.
And Devaney is gonna go through.
Alrighty then.
I hope it's not a spear of annihilation like Solana stuck her hand in.
So as Devaney proceeds to step onto the Portland, you watch as Raznasai with a little flourish of his hand, and you disappear.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
A mere moment later, you appear in a room standing behind Fenthasa and her two bodyguards that you had seen before that helped bring you in to this location.
is honest.
As you appear in the room, there's a thick haze of incense in the chamber. You can see paintings on the walls, faded images. As you notice in one of the corners next to one of the guards, there's a small engraved chest next to a stone urn carved with the head and upper body of a snake. And then again you see the back of Phantasa's head.
Do I still have an action?
Sure.
You could have.
I can't do sneak attack.
I know.
I would like to do another wall of ice, but like right through all three of them, their area, sort of squishing them against the wall.
So pushing them south towards the wall.
But definitely through their squares so that they get hurt this time.
Oh yeah, no, I understand completely. So go ahead and make your roll. We have
Since I don't have to worry about concentration now. Oh, wow. That's even better than last time.
Hey.
Whoa.
okay. So dexterity.
Not used to these numbers.
Well, it's a little special.
And then the other two. Where are you? Yes, there we are. Number one. And number two. Ooh, number two fails hard. Okay. About half that much on the successful. Okay, so. Okay. You save. Just trying to make that better. Okay, so you have them. You are now separated between them by a massive sheet of ice, and basically you have filled most of that basically 5-foot section with just a wall of ice a good couple of feet thick, because you can't literally get like 100 feet of ice in there, so you're just sort of layering it on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's gonna maybe chill, just, literally and maybe figuratively.
Okay. So that will bring
that
us.
makes me think of our
Actually, I should
unfortunate-
do. Have her people all go on her initiative. Okay, so that will bring us over to this individual who not have being advised as of yet that there is a ceasefire. Is going to take 2 pot shots, one down at Solana and one at Solaren with his longbow. That is 16 against Solana and a 15 against Solaren. Okay, so Solaren, you take 3 points of piercing damage and 6 poison.
So is that 1 or 2, because I still have Blade Ward up, correct?
Oh yeah, okay, so 1 point of piercing damage and 6 poison.
Okay. Alright, thanks.
I forgot about that. And that will bring us over to to Solana, who currently, Solana, you see this 6-legged creature staring at you.
Yeah, they're all staring at me. I'm very uncomfortable by this.
And I need to ask you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Ooh. Can't wait to not be frozen.
So as you're starting, come on, thank you, sheep. As you start to see this individual and it makes eye contact with you, you start to feel your body stiffen. And you are not currently considered restrained.
What does that mean?
Okay.
Sorry.
So, that's
should
okay.
probably
So,
move.
restrained condition, your speed is 0. You cannot benefit from any bonus to your speed. Attacks against you have advantage. Your attacks have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dex saving throws.
That's fine. I'm gonna move my moonbeam at them. Can I do that still?
Sure, where are you putting it? Because you've got a group of 3 people down in that area.
I assume that they're those things are the ones making eye contact with.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get them off the map.
Okay. Go ahead and make your roll.
Come on, high numbers or low numbers, whichever. Whatever.
Okay. Well, for one of them, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So one vanishes, the other one though, that save is going to count. So yeah, it's going to actually save this time. So it's still looking like it's in a little bit of rough shape, but
And then I was good.
still on its feet.
I'm gonna stand there and look angry at it. And that's my turn.
Okay. And that will bring us over to Solaren, who is currently being stared at by the other one. And I need to ask you to make a Constitution save.
Oh no. You can do it.
Let's see.
As you start to feel your body stiffen a little bit, you manage to just sort of push through it again. You felt the same sensation before.
Yeah, so Solaren just kind of shrugs off that same feeling you just experienced earlier, and I'm going to retreat just beyond this corner here, so I can only see the northernmost Yuan-Ti,
No, okay.
and I'm going to target him with Eldritch Blast.
Okay, so go ahead and start rolling away. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll some damage for us.
Oh,
Nice. Go ahead with your second beam.
Yay.
2 in a row.
oh,
Nice.
Okay. This guy's definitely looking in rough shape. You can see Slana, you watch as these beams blast into him.
Good
And it's
job, Solaren. That was really good.
As you watch, as there's just little bits of blood starting to pour out of the corner of his mouth. Actually, that will bring us back over to Fenthaza. For some reason, I cannot get her to drag to the right spot
Here
on...
she is.
yeah,
Oh, did she
there's-
finally pop up there?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There we go. So she was currently shoved down by this wall with no idea who did it.
It's pretty hard to look through a couple feet thick of
Yeah.
ice, I guess.
So she is just going to open her door and take off.
There was a door.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Devaney has no clue any of that happened.
Well, that's kind of what Devaney was hoping would happen.
So,
Devane's not really in a state to fight like 1v3 fighting right now.
the other two, let's see here. What does that do if it's... Okay, moving through. Do me a favor, roll 5d6 for me, Devonay. Okay. Now we're going to have these two guys, because they are really sort of stuck in this wall at this point, based on how you mentioned
I
the
really
light,
squished them.
Yeah, so they're going to make their dex saves against your ice wall with disadvantage because they really can't move. Let's see, and that's going to fail. And that's going to fail. That's another 19 damage to each of them. So, there we go. Okay. And that will bring us over to Quen.
So Quen can't see Solana or Solaren, so he's gonna turn right back around and say, well, guess I'll follow strong, Mom. And, we'll, before going in, ready himself and step through the portal. Oh, it's over here. This, yeah.
Yep, so is, Come on, roll 20, you don't have to move me that far. Okay. There we go. Okay, so as Quen, as you step onto the transporter, again you watch as Raz gives a little flourish with his hand, and you appear right next to Devonay, standing in front of a massive wall of ice.
Cool.
The room smells like cold, like somebody has the air conditioner on high and their incense burner going. It's a real sort of odd sensation.
It's really wild. It's also really dark in here. Dang. Okay.
And as you take that step forward, there is literally almost a 5-foot thick solid wall of ice in front of you.
Okay. And I just see Devonay and I go, okay, where is she? Is she gone?
Well, she was on the other side of that wall, but there was a door. She probably left.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna look through under her pillows and stuff and look for her diary.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Why?
Oh no.
She has a lot of very nice pillows.
Gosh, she does. Wow, these are so nice. I want these for Stephanie.
You should put a couple in the bag of holding.
I am actually. I'm stuffing the pillows in the bag of holding. How many nice pillows do I get?
Creature comforts.
She has 4 rather average-sized ones and 1 very large one. You don't think the large one will really fit in there, but you managed to get the 4 regular-sized ones.
Gosh, I really want that big one. Gosh.
As you're rummaging through it, though, you do manage to find a black leather quiver.
Okay.
That has it's embroidered with a quartz-studded star map.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
I'll take this.
Pretty.
Maybe Solana could use that.
I like it.
You don't have a bow.
Yeah, I do. It's right here. boring though. I don't use it because I got bookmark. Bookmark's hot.
And that will bring us down to, or rather, up to Paddle, who is currently in another dimension.
Oh yeah, man.
So actually, let's jump down there, because... Oh, that's right, I forgot to do, actually, it doesn't bring us to you, it brings us to the people over dealing with, everyone. So, they can't see you,
I'm good up
they
here.
can get to them. They're still down there searching for you. So, the others, you end up, as you're watching through your little window out into the world, you can see the one that saw you comes over and starts looking up, and it feels like he's looking right into your eyes. Like the head's turned around, just... And then you hear the clacking on the ground of the woman as she walks over and sort of smacks upside the head, and you watch as the two of them have a quick conversation and then start to wander off. As they don't seem to be able to find you, so they start heading back down that the hallway into the slave pits, thinking that's... They don't hear splashing in the water, they're thinking that's the only way you can go.
He's silently giving them the finger because he's still pretty terrified of this whole ordeal, but yep. He's staying up there, dude. I don't want to.
And that will bring us over to Ross. Well, let's see where it is, and... There we go. So eventually Ross Desai starts wondering where the rest of the interlopers were that he had seen. Because he had seen Solana and Solaren initially. And as he makes
Fighting his guard dog.
as he makes his way out into the room and sees what's going on, you both hear that same sort of half draconic, half common tongue as he starts barking orders at the individuals around. And with that, it brings us back over to Devaney and her whopping ball of berg.
So, was that brown thing beside the pillows a chest, or was that the incense?
No, so that's the small thing you're seeing just to the south of you is a small table, and it has a stone urn on it. The chest is actually a little further south. It was underneath one of the guards. It is currently somewhere stuck within 5 feet of ice or shoved against the wall.
Right.
But you do have a stone urn standing there. It's about 4 feet tall.
Large stone urn.
Yeah, it's large. It has a snake carving on the side of it. Small stone lid sitting on top of it.
Well, Quinn, do you think I should open this and take a look?
Oh yeah, I mean, why not? We're already here. I already stole her freaking pillows. Do it!
Oh, there's more guards that might pop out if I put this wall down. So it's either look in this urn or start to climb over the wall.
Let's look in the urn.
Alright, I'm going to gently lay the urn over on its side and then unpop it.
Okay. So, as you, then it takes you a couple of seconds to lay the urn down because it weighs about 250 pounds. It's a solid,
Wow.
pretty solid piece of stonework.
Definitely could do it just slowly.
Yeah, as it takes you a couple of seconds to lay it down. As you, pull the lid off of the urn, immediately you feel a warm gust of air. As the gust continues and picks up force, you start to feel almost like there's a small windstorm in the room with you. As it
Let's
continues
look
to
back
pick up
on
speed
it.
and taking
This is
form
weird.
in
I
front
don't
of
like
you,
this.
a massive
Too late.
creature forms out of air.
Oh my god.
Why?
I hate this.
Not even in the tomb yet.
Oh.
So many things are trying to kill us.
The party is in 3 completely different locations, man. It's
and disturbing every single thing we can find along the way. too.
Yep, pretty much.
hey, this is an urn. Let's open it.
Looking over under every rock, poking everything.
Devine looks over at Quinn. Well, that was a bad idea.
Okay, let me see. I have to grab. I think I would need an elemental. Let me grab my.
Oh my god!
Here.
I was hoping it was
Let's
a
see how many
genie.
more enemies we can find before this day ends.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited that I'm still alive. I just interrupted like an undead Alcoholics Anonymous meeting and like I escaped from it. It was good.
Okay, this is not. I've got so much going on Roll20, it will not let me pull my air elemental sheet.
Oh darn.
Okay, so we are just going to have this air elemental go randomly on, we'll put them on initiative counter 5, along with all the other ones that aren't on the sheet because I deleted the wrong token. So, as that happens, and so there's your action to lay it down, open it up, air elemental pops out, you've got a bonus action and movement.
I don't know if I have anything that I would just be stunned that I didn't expect that. Why does she have an air elemental in an urn in the room she was in? Yeah, but that's my turn.
Oh, okay. Hold on, actually, if
Let's
I'm-
jump on the teleporter and see if it works. Let's go back.
Well, I kind of want to check out the chest that the guy might be sitting on in ice.
After you defeated him.
That will bring us over to Solana, who, as you're still rigid in spot there, you notice that the multi-legged creature has now turned its gaze away from you,
Okay.
as did the other humanoid reptile that was there.
Can I
So-
move?
I'm sorry?
Can I move yet?
No, you are still technically restrained. The effect has already taken hold.
Oh,
So you still have your action, bonus action.
I'm leaving my moving there because I'm pissed off at it. And
And you can hear Raz Nasai barking out to these things, and they seem to be withdrawing from the battle.
oh,
Like they're not looking at you, they're looking back at him. You get the sensation that something's happening and that the fight's not still happening for some people.
Can I call out? Hello? I'm stuck here. What's happening?
And you hear from the main room. Succumbing to petrification, are we?
Yeah.
Oh wait, is it petrification? I think I can. Is that lesser resto? No, that's paralyzed. Damn it.
It's greater restoration.
Ah! I don't have that yet.
Okay, so anything you're doing? Any,
A little help here. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep on moving out my moonbeam.
Oh, okay.
And that's
So-
what I'm.
As you're saying that, go ahead and make a constitution save for me.
Okay. I'm gonna use my DM's inspiration this time.
Okay.
Oh no!
Okay. As you're
Wallowing in misery.
looking at him and watching these creatures turn away, and you can start to hear Solaren starting to move down in the south. Slowly, your body stiffens further.
Great!
As your body hardens and turns to stone.
Ah, words I can't say on stream. Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself. Okay,
You feel
Okay.
better?
I do feel better. Okay, I'm gonna stand here.
And as Solana slowly solidifies and turns to stone, that's where we'll call an end to tonight's session.
No! Oh.
Oh, great,
We'll
I'm
have to
stoned.
find out next week what happens and what the party does.
Whether,
As,
whether
well,
they survive at all.
whether or not the party ever finds out. As Solana, before she turned to stone, had no clue where Devaney and Quen went, Solaren still has no idea. Quen and Devaney have no idea what's happening out to Solaren and Solana. And somewhere in this whole thing, there is a strange individual hiding in an extra-dimensional plane, watching a group of Yantian zombies wander away along the path this person came from. We'll have to see what happens when eventually everybody finds their way together.
If we do.
Before we disappear for this week, we have one last thing to deal with, which is our Nat 20 for next week.
So, thanks.
Ooh.
What is the group thinking?
I'm just...
Anyone or Chad, if you're still in there, fire away if you've got any suggestions you want to toss at us for the Nat 20 for next week.
Devaney for clever ring usage.
Well, and then forgetting. Well, technically,
About the
Devaney
door.
didn't know about concentration, but I did, and I
Oh,
totally
but-
forgot.
But, you but the first time you used it, you kind of snaked it around the snake, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I wanted to keep them in there for a while.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was
It
cool.
worked
corridor
until I
there,
forgot
yeah.
about concentration.
Yeah. So,
Yes, so we got a couple of votes for Devaney, so we will toss it to Devaney for next time when we're all together.
yeah.
And
Uh,
also talking her way out of getting smushed by Rosmasai.
Yeah, standing up to Rouse side, that was pretty good.
uh,
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. That's true, you did not 20 that, persuasion check, so.
Right,
And-
right time to do that.
yeah, and literally the DC on that, you see what? Oh, you have a plus to yours. It didn't have to be a Nat 20, but didn't hurt. The DC was a 20, so.
Oh, wow.
Oi, oi, oi!
It's crazy.
Okay, so that'll do it for us this week. Don't forget, we've got a new show coming in the near future, Tabletop Legends. If you haven't checked them out yet, check them out on YouTube. They've had a couple of great promos come out so far. Really looking forward to seeing what those guys do. We've got our Wednesday crew. I'm not sure what they're running this week yet. We're back with Storm King's Thunder on Friday night, Insight Check on Saturdays, Curse of Strahd DM'd by Sarah, and got a couple of others in here who are in that game as well. And then,
Yeah, it's
I
great.
think it's that way on camera, I'm not really sure.
No,
That way.
technically it's that way for you, and
That way.
I think. I'm confused now because I'm way over there on the right.
I'm
Oh.
supposed to be pointing to Kevlin and Farah. If I'm not pointing to Farah, then pretend I'm pointing to Farah.
And then don't forget Wednesday nights we have Delvin Dash and Mystic Hour. There's a lot
Thursday.
going on here. You can also find most of us on Twitter. Even some of the characters are on Twitter. So, although some of them have been a little quiet recently.
Yeah,
a lot going
yeah.
on in this mind. But
Open greetings.
until then, don't forget, folks, when you're going up against a evil mastermind, or speaking with someone who seems to be very helpful, you should probably remember to roll an insight check, and don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. I'll see you next week, folks.
Can't believe I'm stoned.
Happening.